Next up on sports, find out if my co-anchor Will Simons was screaming in excitement, or was he crying a river while his San Francisco 49ers took on the Kansas City Taylors, Kansas City Chiefs in Super Bowl 58. Yeah, thanks, Avi. Next up on ATVN Sports, Will and I discuss our Final Four brackets. Now, find out who has all chalk and who has a Cinderella going to the finals. Yeah, thanks, Will. My bracket that I made at the beginning of the tournament is definitely busted as of now, but one that might not be is my little Final Four bracket right here. Only 3 games, so how hard can it really be? Now, look, first up, I've got this UConn-Alabama matchup. I've got UConn winning that one. UConn is the hottest team in college basketball right now, and it's going to stay that way with the win over Alabama. I think they put on a show with a 30-0 run in the Elite Eight. Don't be surprised if they do it again. But what I think is the best bet of the day, right here, best bet, race 8, we've got a Quinella. So as we talked about, Quinella, that's where you're betting on 2 horses, one of them to get first, one of them to get second. Doesn't matter which one gets first and second as long as they're both included in that top 2. I've got Circle of Trust and Maduro. That's impressive. The one thing that scares me about this whole storyline of Juju versus Beckers, Juju, as great of a player as she is, first of all, Beckers has way more experience. Yep. The other thing, Beckers is shooting about 54% from the field on the season. Watkins at numbers about 40%. Now, Will, being the huge Clippers fan that I am, as much as I love wearing this hat, nowhere here do you see a Clipper ship, and that's why no one knows what the Clippers are. So I think it's a great rebrand. People now know what a Clipper ship even is. What do you think about it? Now, this wasn't just a big weekend for women's basketball. We've got some news from other teams around the campus to share with you. Yeah, so on the men's side, all 4 Elite Eight games were played last weekend. The favorite actually won in the first 3 games, but in the last one, 11-seeded NC State continued their amazing Cinderella run with a victory over 4-seeded Duke. Both Western Conference play-in games will tip off tomorrow. Let's check out who I've got winning each game. First, we've got this New Orleans Pelicans versus LA Lakers matchup. I've got the Lakers beating the Pelicans because they just beat them by 16 points yesterday in New Orleans. The Lake Show has all the momentum, and they also have LeBron James.